Hello, everyone from LinkedIn Local Central Coast. We're getting ready for our next meeting, and it's going to be online. That's right. We would love to be able to be in person, but unfortunately, the COVID-19, I think we're going to have to call it COVID-20 situation now, or COVID-21. What is it? We don't know, but we do know that meeting in person is still a bit of a challenge, and we can't really take the risk of not continuing on. So what we decided to do is we will hold a meeting using a system that we've been testing called Airmeet. Now, it's very similar to Zoom. It's an online meeting system, but what you'll find is it has some very interesting features that will make it much easier for us to connect in person and have conversations that are probably far more meaningful than what a typical Zoom would be, because there are a couple of features which I'll be introducing you to that I think you'll find very useful. And those features really are designed to help have one-to-one or small group conversations. Now, there are some advantages in the sense that you won't be dealing with the room noise. Of course, we have to deal with the technology side of things, and that's always an issue that we all have to deal with, me included. But at least with this system, what we have is the ability to have conversations at tables, and also to do something that's called speed networking. So what I'm going to do now is introduce you to what this system looks like. All right. So let me just switch system screens and show you how this works. Okay, so I'm going to go to the Airmeet meeting. This is the link, and this will take us to the actual meeting. And when you log into the meeting, you'll be entering into the Airmeet. Put in your details. All right, so once you see that you've put your basic information in, you are now able to attend the meeting. And when the meeting starts up, you'll be greeted with a screen that shows you essentially how the meeting will be conducted. All right, so you first do need to enable your camera and microphone, but I'm going to be joining without the camera and mic simply because of the fact that I'm recording this live as I demonstrated for you. So this is the main greeting environment. At the very top, you'll see that you have, there we go, we have a little demo. We'll get started right away so I can show this to you. I'm going to skip this instruction set. And you can get matched with people one-on-one by doing a speed networking. And this is what we're going to be encouraging that you do to start off with, because the speed networking is quite a nice little tool for a 3 to 4 minute period of time where you can connect with someone and have a quick chat. Now, it might be somebody you already know, might not be, because it is randomized. And once you've gone through the process of meeting with a whole heap of different people in the speed networking session, you'll see that there will be tables set up. And that's where most of the meeting will be taking place. So what we want to be encouraging is for you to find a table where there are people sitting at that you'd like to have a conversation with. And keeping in mind that these tables will have labels, which will hopefully help you understand how this is different than an online meeting that you'd find like in Zoom. So what we have here is a number of different tables, and I've labeled them, silly things like even the noisy 8-pack table. It just so happens that there's a maximum of 8 people that you can sit at one of these tables, but you have a minimum of 2. Now, some of these tables will be locked to that number of chairs, but just like in real life, you know how you can drag a chair up to a table? Sometimes you can do that, and sometimes you probably shouldn't and cannot. Well, this is how this system is set up. So some of these tables are locked to a number of chairs, but some are not, and the maximum number of chairs at any table will be 8. So what you can do is find a chair at a table labeled with a subject matter that you'd like to engage in and have a chat with whoever's there. If you're the first person at that table, I would be hoping that someone will come and join you shortly so that you can have a conversation with them about that particular subject matter. If you don't have anyone come and join you, I simply recommend that you go find a table where other people are sitting at, or return back into the speed networking if you'd like. But this is how the meeting is primarily conducted. It's designed to be far more like a real in-person meeting. On the right-hand side, you'll notice that there's a number of small basic features, which is where you can ask questions, you can have a chat, you can see who the attendees are, and you'll be able to attend sessions. Now, the sessions that are listed over here, in fact, most likely we'll have only one session for that particular event, because we can start and stop or start and pause a session and come back to it. And those sessions is when everybody leaves their tables and comes back and faces the stage, so to speak, because it is a virtual stage where you'll be able to have a conversation or listen to speakers on the stage having a conversation or speaking to you, or being able to also invite people onto stage to also say something or share their ideas or their thoughts. There's also the ability within this system to share a microphone, which is quite fascinating. And that means just like in a real conference hall where you have a number of people on a panel or a guest panel, you'll be able to have people ask questions from the room by passing around a microphone. And the microphone can only be passed on to one person at a time, which keeps the conversation clear and simple. That's essentially how it's going to work. The event, as you would remember, or if you have already received this message, will be taking place online on Monday, January the 18th at 6:30 p.m. Our intentions are to run it through till 8:30 p.m., maybe 9 o'clock. We'll see how things go. Do take the time to invite people. Don't just hold it back to just be with yourself or your staff, but also make sure that you invite some of the other local businesses that you might think might benefit from attending, or even someone who's thinking of opening a business. They may want to get to know a little bit more about the local community. And this is really how we're going to be meeting very often now if we run into a situation where we can't meet in person. So this is probably a better way of doing it than Zoom, in our view. And I think you'll find it quite fascinating and a lot of fun. Look forward to seeing you on Monday, January the 18th at 6:30 p.m. at the LinkedIn Local Central Coast Online Airmeet meeting. Bye for now.